Mr. Investor Lot, I'm not a financial advisor. Today we're going to be talking about Beem Global, baby. You know Beem, man. We talking Beem, and it's been getting dirty gains, baby. So there's a lot of factors that come into play with this stock, and I think this stock is going to have a massive boost tomorrow. So as you know, Beem Global has these sustainable EV charging systems. They're off-grid, they're very easy to set up in 4 minutes. They power 245 e-miles per day, charge up to 6 EVs at a time, and they can reach up to 12 parking spaces. Okay, so that's the main feature of the product they have out now. So you can see that this is the news, and one of the main news is there's a press conference coming up, and they've announced patents. Very important. Previously on the last episode of Beem Global, we saw them announce a patent issue for their renewable charging systems for drones. So they're going to place these on top of buildings. And they also got a government contract. So back to these 3 new patents. Beem Global is constantly innovating. And here they've got 3 new technological advancements for renewably energized off-grid electric vehicle charging. So as we know, the infrastructure is coming. EVs are booming and the era is here. So they're looking at the sustainable, innovative technology for EV charging, right? Outdoor media and energy security. So they've announced these 3 new patents, and they're basically targeting the EV charging infrastructure. We've seen it with several people at the moment who are working on it. We've seen it with the GIK stock coming into play. We've seen it with SBE, ChargePoint. Everybody is trying to develop products for, EV charging infrastructure. Really important. So they've just filed for these patents, so we're going to see some new developments, the designs that are basically increasing renewable energy production, keywords, improve resiliency and disaster preparedness, and enhance deployability of the company's products. Already we've got a charging station that, can be deployed within 4 minutes, the EV Arc. And if we look at the Seeking Alpha article, we'll see how people's views are, and we have to get balanced views. This is Larry Miller here, and he was saying that this is probably not a good investment in my opinion. So he was breaking it down, and he was talking about energy and the demand for just vehicles. And he compared 245 e-miles and a day. Those are the keywords to look for in what they were claiming. And he said this presents a severe limitation. So he's talking about the total capacity, and he said it can probably only charge 1 Tesla. So the demand for 1 Tesla will be they'll suck out the whole of 245 e-miles, and that means they'll only get $10 or $20 per refill. So at the low end, that's $3,650, and on the high end is $7,300. Yow! And we come back to the new patents, and we can see, oh, that's right, the new patents are to increase renewable energy production. This is a key word right here. So they're focusing on increasing renewable energy production. And these patents, the first products they bring out, they're always going to continue to improve their products. Speaking of products, Beem Global is actually about to present at the 13th annual LD Micro event. So here they are going to get a lot of people looking at them, a lot of eyeballs. So what it is, it's basically an investor conference that provides high quality opportunities to describe the value and growth opportunities that Beem will continue to create. So that's the CEO speaking there. He's looking forwards to updating the investment community on our progress and plans. He then goes on to say that 2021 is set to be an excellent year for the electrification of transport, and I believe that it will be an excellent year for Beem Global. So my man started to talk, and the reason is this event that's now coming up as well, it's going to allow Beem to showcase its best products, its new patents that are coming out, and its plans for the future. So it has a new and unique format. Companies can present for 10 minutes, and then Beem Global is going to have, pairs of investors and analysts then ask questions for 10 minutes. It's a great way to connect with the investment community, and if we remember QuantumScape, they rocketed and boomed when they started to explain about their products. When you're able to actually explain what your product stands for in an investment conference, oh, magical. And here you see LD Micro. It started off as a newsletter that highlights unique companies, and now it's transformed to this kind of global virtual platform where loads of companies can come to and loads of investors can see the latest, newest and most innovative companies out there. So this was filmed a couple days ago. I've just got the chance to do the voiceover now, and it was currently at around about $34 that day. So I'm thinking that this stock, do your own research and check it out. Just watch and view it. I think this is going to boom. After they do that investors conference, I think it's really going to go up, because people are going to see the entire scope, the kind of vision that the company has, and the latest products they have coming out. I love the drone patent one. My God, can you imagine, yeah? Drone charging systems. So all these people doing e-commerce and last mile delivery, if they need to charge their drones, you can actually charge your drone on top of buildings. So imagine they've set up a station there, the drone autonomously flies there, charges itself, comes back to you, picks up and drops off, picks up and drops off. Your drone is constantly like delivering and charging along the way, so fully optimizing and making it as efficient as possible in last mile delivery. So some analysts here at Barron's are saying that Biden's administration could actually be bad for some solar stocks, whereas others are thinking because potentially he could drop this tariff on, you know, solar panels, and if he does, there's going to be loads of cheaper solar panels that are high quality coming from China. So, you know, people like Jinko Solar and that, they're going to have like 30% less tariff or 35% less tariff to pay, less tax to pay, and boom, they're going to be able to outprice some competition here in the US. Others believe that Biden's presidency could be a game changer and be big in the game for some of the solar stocks. So we're looking at infrastructure bill coming in, we're looking at allocation of funds, and if you can see here, he's trying to focus, you know, there's loads of investment in funds and he's trying to focus on renewable energy, and that's likely to increase as the more traditional energy funds are branching out and starting to include more renewables. So you can see them bracing for it now, the traditional energy like oil and that. Lots of people looking into more renewable energy, less emissions as well. Well, hey, we're down under. Let's throw some shrimp on the barbie. As you can see, Australia was getting already 5% of its electricity from rooftop solar. And in some states, so looking at South Australia in particular, South Australia got almost all its electricity from solar, with 77% coming from rooftop installations. So what could this do in America, baby? Just imagine. Not only this, but the solar industry could actually create several million jobs and could save $437 billion just by reversing the Trump tariff on the solar panels. So he has a big part to play in this, Biden, and his next steps in January or whenever he comes into power and starts to include infrastructure bill, you know, these kinds of companies will get affected. So here, Jinko Solar, we've been seeing it going down, down, baby, Old Street in a Range Rover. They started to dilute their stock, so it went down the stock price. But they are currently the world's largest solar panel manufacturer. That is a big boy right there. And imagine if they remove this tariff, Jinko Solar is able then to supply the US with cheaper solar panels. Does this mean cheaper solar panels for Beem Global also? Can they then source cheaper panels from Jinko Solar and use some of their products and team up? Because they're going to make it so much more cost effective. Or does this mean that people are going to buy from Jinko Solar and it's going to drown out Beem Global? We will not know. Only the future will know. Mr. Investor Lot over and out.